Okay, so let's talk about independent learning using the World Wide Web. Especially now that you're part two, you are much more comfortable, or hopefully more comfortable, using technology. And though I am your instructor and I want to guide you throughout the process, I'm also trying to develop an independence away from me as your source of information. And I want to share my tips and tricks. So as you can see, I've posted three rules: efficiency, acceptance of failed attempts, and finally developing critical eye for content on the web that's attempting to teach us to do something. So I posted some examples. So I want to show you, for example, what it might be like to learn a new skill. So a new skill for me would be probably something like how to plant a tree. And I know that that's not anything particularly special, but right away, I know that I might be interested in reading, so I'll take a look. And a lot of these websites pay to be the very top. So I don't always go for the first thing. I take a look at, okay, so treehelp.com, that looks good to me. How-to articles, let me click on that. And I don't want to spend more than 30 seconds taking a peek at this website because I have to validate it with other websites. So when to plant, how to plant. I like that everything is organized. It's quick. I'm not reading the content, but I'm looking at their headers. I'm looking at the organization of the page. It looks clean to me. So I might read a couple of lines. I notice here the most common mistake when planting a tree is digging a hole which is too deep and too narrow. That's new information to me. I didn't know that. But the other thing too is I am a visual learner. I'll go back, I'll look. Maybe I have another site I want to right away. I've got a possible web threat. This is great. So my firewall has blocked that site. So obviously I'll never go back to that site again. And here, Tree Canada publication. So don't assume just because it has the country's name in it and there's a little flag or something that it's official. But I'm going to take a peek at it, see if I like it as much as I like the other one. It looks like it's well organized, so I could use this as my second source. I've only spent about 45 seconds looking at the written. Now I want to look at the video, so here it goes, Planting America, How to Plant a Tree. Let's take a peek at this and see if it's any good. It's 10
Hi, I'm
minutes
Rob
long.
Biderman with Planet America.
So I'll scroll through. I don't need to watch the whole thing. What I need to do is get to the meat and potatoes, see if I like their demeanor, see if I like what they're covering, and it's that's all I need. I need somebody to back up the written material and the written material to back up the viewing material. So that's one example. What if I want to learn how to use a piece of software? So I'll pop up to Google here and I will type in how to use Adobe Photoshop. Now that's a really popular topic. And I can go to YouTube or I can actually go to adobe.com and see what they have to offer. Remember, everybody wants you to use their product. So, of course, they're going to supply an enormous amount of professional development because they want you to buy their stuff. So let's pop across the top. Products, solutions, learning. I've never seen this before. So this is the course, these are the courses that they offer. They have Adobe TV, they have books, educational resources, design center. How about I want how to use Photoshop. Let's see if that digs up anything through Adobe. And we'll hit that. And here it is, Adobe Photoshop. How to use Photoshop's PDF presentation, design, how to use Photoshop's auto align. It really looks like they have multiple topics. No stupid questions with Colin Smith. So these are all sponsored by Adobe in order to promote the product. Fine, we'll take it. They're all there. They're free because they can't keep track of who has copies and what version. But here they are, and it'll be up to you. Once you find one video. That is the beauty of the web. It connects you to all videos. So I might not be interested in the script menu and layer. I have no idea what that means. But over here, I've been opened up to categories. So maybe I want to go to general. And that's how you become efficient. You find a gateway into the topic, you click on the gateway, and then you see where it leads you. So Adobe Photoshop how-tos, 100 essential techniques. So right now, this is the first time I've done this. I'm doing it live, so I'm taking the chance that I might have to re-record this, but this is what I want. And this one here, it's a purchase. So okay, so it's a failed attempt. I don't want it. So let me go on Adobe, let me do another search. Adobe Photoshop, here's my keyword, tutorial. All right. And so I'll look free Photoshop tutorials. Again, it's by Adobe Basics. So I'll click on that and see what they've got. Let's see if this is any good. Photoshop Tool Basics. So I'll click on that, see if it, I'm not spending much time. I'm already inundated with a lot of stuff I'm not interested in. So I'll pop back to that screen. I'll go back to my search and I'll find more. How about this? Adobe Photoshop Tutorials. Okay, again, I'm assessing this page. You should know by now that Anthony's going to leave this in a hurry because there's too much text. There's not enough beef. Okay, how about Adobe Photoshop tutorials here? Let's see what I can do with this one. Okay, so icon maker. This again, this is by Adobe itself. So let us go to, oh, so right now I know I'm back again into that paid area. And so I'll abandon this search and I'll go to youtube.com. And all the while, I'm not wasting too much time. Here it is, Adobe Photoshop tutorial. Let's see. I have Adobe Photoshop tutorial layers. Photoshop virtual weight loss, beginners. That's what I'm looking for. So maybe I'm looking for Photoshop tutorial introduction. There it is, beginner. All of these now are beginner. So I've honed my search. It's much more efficient. And that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for keywords that will get me through the door. And I had 4 or 5 failed attempts before I scored what I hope to be as gold. So let's click on play. I've
Hey,
muted
what's up?
the volume, and what I'll do is I'll scroll through it. Let's see if I like the sound of the
This
characters.
tutorial is going to teach you about the basics of the layout or the workspace in Photoshop and some of the tools.
Okay, so it's 10 minutes long. That's probably my threshold, and away I go. But look what happens when I click on it over here on the side. There's always a promoted video, which is paid advertising, but then just below it, I have more. And I like when people put series up, and that's what I do. So there you have it, guys. Do your best, find some resources, validate them, don't waste your time. I gave you a hint into one of my golden rules. My golden rule is I don't want a text-laden website to learn how to do something because that's not my style. I'm not the type of person that likes to read too much. I want quick hit points, examples, pictures, and video. That's how I learn. So your resources will be dependent on how you learn, and as a teacher, you have to be aware of how your students learn. So good luck with the first assignment. I look forward to seeing the results. Thank you very much.